What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to take a look at this 2020 Toyota 86. Huge shout out and thank you to Flow Toyota of Statesville. They're providing this car for today's video. Definitely check out the link to their website in the description below. They have a huge selection of all the brand new Toyotas. I even bought my Toyota Supra from them, so definitely check them out. This car is the Hakone Edition, which is really cool to see. Finished off in Hakone Green. It's got some gold and bronze accents on it as well, and an MSRP around $31,000. Underneath the hood, this utilizes a 2-liter 4-cylinder boxer engine that cranks out 200 horsepower and 151 pound-feet of torque. The engine is paired to a 6-speed automatic transmission and sends the power to the rear wheels. And with a curb weight around 2,800 pounds, you can expect to get 0 to 60 in 7.6 seconds with a top speed at 141 miles an hour. And running off a 13.2 gallon fuel tank, you're looking at 24 miles per gallon in the city and 32 out on the highway. The overall length is 166.7 inches with a wheelbase at 101.2. The width is 70 inches with a height at 50.6. Unique for this vehicle are a set of 17-inch alloy wheels finished off in this metallic bronze. The car also features ventilated disc brakes in all 4 corners. The Toyota 86 has an aggressive style up front with a large opening for the grille. The mesh even has a T-shaped design to it, resembling the historic Toyota logo. The front splitter is very large and aggressive with nice contours to it. This features LED fog lights on each side of the front bumper. We also get LED turn signals with LED headlights as well. There's an 86 logo within the headlights and some chrome trim. We get the Toyota badge up front and sleek lines running on the hood, and you can even see bulges over the front wheels, really giving this car an aggressive wide appearance. And then moving to the side profile of the car, you can get a really good look how this green metallic looks with the sun, as well as the contrast on the bronze wheels. We get a red 86 logo behind the front wheels, as well as a trim piece in the upper section with a fin through the middle. This has body-colored side mirrors as well as body-colored door handles. There's a body line going from that trim piece in the front fender underneath the mirror all the way to the rear quarter panel. And then moving our way to the roof of the car, you can see somewhat of a double bubble design with 2 body lines in the center of the roof, help giving this an aggressive appearance. And then we have the shark fin antenna in the rear. The trunk lid has a deck lid mounted spoiler finished off in satin black and gloss green on the sides. This also has LED taillights, giving it a fantastic look with more body lines and contours within the rear bumper. We get your satin black rear diffuser with your integrated reverse lights. This has dual chrome tip exhaust that has a great look to it. As we make our way up, the Toyota badge is in the center and your standard backup camera is located there as well. So there's a good look at the exterior of the Hakone Edition Toyota 86, as well as some of the specs and some of the performance data. Comment down below, what do you guys think of this color combination? The interior is really cool. We're going to take a look at it in just one second. And don't forget, your comment on today's video is going to enter you in to win a free GoPro at the end of the month, so definitely take advantage of that. And then going ahead and locking the car, taking a look at the new key fob. With it locked, all I gotta do is grab the door handle. It automatically will unlock and we can get a great look at this interior. Unique for this edition, you'll see all the brown leather. We also get some alcantara along the door panel in the upper section with black stitching. Some nice leather on the bottom with some good padding on it. Your grab handle right here, automatic windows, the lock, unlock, and your mirror controls. And then moving inside, we have an aluminum portion on the door sill that has a clean look. And then the seats are two-tone. We have black alcantara in the center with the brown leather and black stitching over on the sides. They have a very nice look to them. I love the contrast. The bolsters have an aggressive design to them. It's still easy to get in and out of, but they're great for in the turns. And the actual support of the seats are very comfortable. And then moving inside, we have a round steering wheel with more of the contrast stitching matching the leather on the seats. And then the 86 badge in the center. And then now completely inside, keeping my foot on the brake, we can go ahead and start it up. The gauges have a really nice look with a white center mounted tack in the center with a red line at 7,500. We have your gear over on the right side as well as the speedometer and your fuel gauge. The analog speedometer is over on the left side, and then taking a look at the digital display over on the right, you can control that using these buttons right here. Scrolling down into rev, you can actually change where you'd like the rev light to come up on, so it's very cool. You can set this to performance driving, have the shift light come on at whatever RPM you would like. And then if you scroll over left and right, you have a G-force meter. You also have a graph that'll show what kind of power the car is pumping out at what RPM. And there's a lap timer with a stopwatch. Back to the top, you have information that you can see with all the trip info within the vehicle. You can scroll down to see everything like that with more temperatures right there. And then scrolling all the way back to the right, we will come up to different warning messages. So very cool to see that. On the steering wheel on the left side, we have Bluetooth and audio controls, steering wheel mounted paddle shifters for the automatic transmission. They have a nice look and feel to them. They're actually pretty large. We have your turn signal stock with headlight controls on the left side, and then all the windshield controls over on the right side. Steering wheel has a really good look to it. I like the leather on it. Very soft feeling, thick bolsters, very nice steering wheel to see. Over on the left side, we have your trunk release button. You can adjust the light intensity of the interior gauges. Then we have one of the air vents up top, some cool contours in the top dash. We have more black alcantara with black stitching over the gauge cluster. Two of the air vents are located in the center, and then we have the touchscreen display system. Very easy to use with the different apps, media, and phone connections. We are on the home screen right now. You can go into apps if there's anything connected. You have media, phone, volume controls, as well as a Bluetooth, a settings icon in the lower left screen. You can adjust all the settings like that. We have a digital clock underneath that with your hazard controls. All the climate controls are located right here. This does have dual zone climate control that you can sync. Very easy to scroll these different dials. The fan speed is in the center, and just pressing the button right here will change the different zones. We have a little storage cubby down below, as well as a USB port, and then a black leather shift boot around the shifter with more of the brown stitching. I like how everything is laid out. We can go into reverse. Backup camera will pop up on the mirror, and then we can go into the different drives. We have neutral, drive, and then bumping it over to the left. We are now in the manual mode. You can shift using the shifter right here, or of course take control with the paddle shifters. We have the manual handbrake below that with more black leather and contrast stitching. Sport mode buttons are located right here. We have a traction control on-off switch. We have a sport, snow, and then a track mode. Holding this button down right now, it'll go into the track mode for traction control, and then you can toggle between sport mode and then snow mode. This car also features heated seats with 2 different temperature settings, and then we have an armrest right here that slides back, so it's very nice how convenient that is. And then a removable cup holder with 2 cup holders, and then a little bit of storage down here, and this locks into 2 different sections. And then taking a look at the dashboard, this has more black alcantara on it with the Toyota 86 logo over on the right, stitched with that brown color. Taking a look at the glove box, we have quite a lot of space in here. Actually taking a look at the owner's manual, I really like how this is finished in the same brown leather. We even have the 86 logo stamped into the leather, which has a really clean look. Opening that up, it even says Toyota 86 on the backside. And something unique for this car, it looks like this car actually comes with 2 different pouches for the key fobs with the brown leather and the 86 badge stamps into it. And then one last look at the interior. I really like how you get the black alcantara on the tops of the doors. It matches the inserts in the seats as well as the trim on the seats. And then you get the brown leather with all the brown stitching. The Toyota 86 is a 4-seater car. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at the rear seats. Just pulling the recline lever up, we can fold the seat forward and then push this out of the way. This is definitely a tighter car for rear seat space. It is not exactly designed to be a family sedan, obviously, but hopping in the back seats, it is pretty cramped back here. You're not really gonna buy this to be using it for 4 people all the time. The actual seat is quite comfortable. I can sit in it pretty normal. My head barely touches the glass, so it's actually not that bad. And you do get an armrest over on the left side as well as a speaker and a little window over here, so it's not too tight. I do not have the seat set to my height because my feet don't quite fit. It is a tight car, so if you are in a pinch, it is possible. So then to take a look at the rear trunk space, you have a button on the key fob, a button back here, and then there is a button on the interior. The trunk space is actually pretty large for the size of the car. We do have the same bronze coloring on the 86 logo in the trunk liner, which is a really cool look. And then with the seats folded down, you can see how much more space we have in the back of the 86. You can actually fit 1 full set of the OEM wheels and tires in the trunk of this. So it makes it pretty usable. They do fold down flat, as you can see. Then hopping back inside, you can see how everything looks behind the front seats. So we're now setting off in the 2020 Hakone Edition Toyota 86. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. But the interior color combination is so nice. I love the black suede or alcantara in the center. It has a really nice feel to it. And then all the brown leather has a very upscale premium feeling, and I like how you get the contrast stitching everywhere, and then the black leather, you get the stitching on everything in here. So very nicely appointed. I'm liking how Toyota does these little special edition cars. But as far as the 86 goes, it is a pretty comfortable car and normal car to drive. It can be a very good daily driver. Gets great gas mileage, very comfortable suspension. Visibility out is so easy to see out of. The rear view mirror does a great job. Mirrors do a good job. I like how you get this little window up front to make it a little bit easier facing forward. And then looking over your right shoulder and your left shoulder, pretty much no blind spots in this. As far as performance goes, because this is, I guess you would consider it a sports car, it's not the fastest car out there, so don't expect to be winning any drag races or anything like that. But as far as just fun, nimble driving, this car, first off, has an insane turning radius. That is a very tight turn. But we'll put it into manual mode and then hold down the track mode just to put it into its most aggressive sport mode, and we'll shift with the paddle shifters. But the car has adequate power. It'll get up to speed. Again, it's not a crazy fast car or anything like that. Transmission's pretty responsive. So yeah, definitely doesn't have, you know, kickback acceleration like the Supra is gonna have or other sports cars, but it gets up to speed well enough. And what this car is really designed for is the turning. When you're taking sharp turns with this car, it handles so well. The Boxer flat 4 engine like that is extremely low. The center of gravity is very low in the car, and going around 45 miles an hour, just taking a turn right now, you can just tell how the steering and handling is very on point. I've driven many of the 86s and a lot of the previous, the Scion FRSs, and the handling and the low cornering that they offer is pretty much what you're buying the car for. So it's got the nimble characteristics to it, and then even just normal slow speed daily driving, it's very maneuverable around town. The rear seats aren't exactly designed to put full-grown people in there a lot. If you are in a pinch and you need to put somebody back there, it is doable. But then with the trunk space and the space you get in the rear seats, so either with the seats folded up or down, you have a lot of room to put stuff. If you need to go on a vacation or something, you can fit as much luggage as you'll need back there. And then with the seats folded down, you can really fit a lot of items in there, even bigger items that you wouldn't expect. As far as using the interior technology, the climate control is very simple to do. Weirdly enough, just the rotation of these dials, it's very smooth. I'm oddly satisfied with how nicely that works. It's just a very smooth dial. I like the little toggle switches to it, and I like how you can sync the dual zone climate control. And then the touchscreen display system, you can get navigation and other trim levels, of course. And then the steering wheel controls, I like how that screen on the right side, I can have all my temperatures up. So if you are going to take this out on the track and doing mountain driving and other performance driving, I like how you can have that vital information, and then you can easily scroll over and see other information you're going to need. So I like how they give you the performance things. You have a large center tack, so for performance driving, once again, that is ideal. And you have a large gear in the center as well. So the 86 has a lot to offer. Suspension does a good job absorbing bumps, just going over a speed bump right there. I've always been a pretty big fan of these cars. They're fun to drive, they're nimble, they handle well, good gas mileage, they don't break the bank at all. And then the styling, there's a lot of trim levels you can do, and then there's a lot of accessories and aftermarket modifications you can do with the car. So this edition especially, I've only seen 2 of them, this one included, so it is cool to check out a special edition. The green kind of looks like the British Racing Green, so it kind of has that Lotus heritage, but very cool color combination all around. The leather on the wheel feels really good. Just another acceleration. So half throttle, it gets up to speed, and I'm watching the little G-force gauge. That's kind of cool to see it move around a little bit as they take turns. That is very neat, and it even shows you kind of a map of where you've been. So that is about going to wrap up the Toyota 86. Put it back into manual mode. Yeah, the fun driving, tight turns, that's where this car is going to shine. So an autocross course, the mountain road trip, or on a tighter track with slower speeds, this is definitely going to be a lot of fun doing that. And you can get a manual transmission as well. It is very nice. Toyota is still offering a stick shift for this car. So if you'd like a little bit more driver engagement, that is a way to go. The automatic actually is very nice. It seems to shift very smooth under normal driving. And then when you are shifting manually, it's very responsive. It pretty much does what you need it to do. The brakes also do a really good job. They're vented in all 4 corners, and it's a lightweight car, 2,800 pounds. There's not much weight to throw around. So quicker turns, you can just tell it's very nimble. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2020 Toyota 86. We filmed a few of the 86s before, but being this one's a special edition, we thought it'd be pretty cool to take a look at. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Once again, huge shout out and thank you to Flow Toyota of Statesville for providing this car for today's video. They just got it in the last week, so definitely a pretty sweet car to check out. I bought my Supra here, so definitely very satisfied with buying cars from them, so check them out. And then if you do want to win the GoPro that we are going to be giving away at the end of the month, all you gotta do is comment on today's video, and we're gonna pick the most commented video of the month and pick a random winner from that video. So that is it, guys. Give the video a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you all next video.